English is at the heart of everything. Without studying English, you don't understand how to study the world, really. English helps us to communicate, it helps us to understand our place in the world, and we deal with all of the universal truths as Shakespeare and his wonderful texts help us to understand. English allows you routes into so many different fields of study, into the law, into politics, into languages and linguistics, and without English, I don't think the world would function. As a subject, it is, I think, the underpinning for every single other subject that we offer. And it's the most enjoyable one, in my opinion, as well.
In year 10 and year 11 for GCSE, we are studying the IGCSE curriculum. This allows students to study English wherever it has touched the entire world. So they study texts from Nigeria, Australia, the Americas as well, which offers students a tremendous opportunity to see the impact English has had on the world in terms of language and literature. Students study an anthology for English language, which they can have a blank copy of in the exam. And this allows them to really get their teeth stuck into some really interesting texts, some non-fiction, some poetry, and some prose. And it sets them up for success in the exam. For literature, students study a Shakespeare play, a choice of Romeo and Juliet or Macbeth. They study a modern play, J.B. Priestley's political drama and Inspector Calls, and a choice of modern prose, either To Kill a Mockingbird or Of Mice and Men. We've chosen these texts because we think they'll be very engaging, very interesting for our students to study, and we think it will set them up for success in their exams. In terms of trips, we have done trips to Wimbledon Theatre to see Inspector Calls in the past, and trips to the Globe to see Shakespeare performed. We also offer a range of support, including our brand new English literature podcast series, which offers students the opportunity to study around and listen around to things that are on the curriculum. In terms of class support, we offer students intervention and outreach programs where we have targeted sessions throughout the year in order to make sure that students are being supported if they've fallen behind in an assessment, or in order to help them meet their progress grade. I love English because English is at the heart of communication. Communication is at the heart of everything else we do. Wittgenstein said, "The limits of my language are the limits of my world." And so in the English classroom, we endeavour to not only teach students the text that we're studying, but we teach them how to think and how to analyse and think about the world in which they are growing up in.
I love stories. I love being able to read and immerse myself in all of that rich and wonderful worlds that are created by different authors. I fall in love with characters, I fall in love with their lives, and I think every time you read something, it gives you that little opportunity for a bit of romance and a bit of escapism, and just to really be able to see that other people and their lives, which otherwise you wouldn't be able to have any access to. And I think that's really what English allows you to do, is just to access things which otherwise would be inaccessible. And for language as well, I love its dynamism, the fact that it's always changing and that we can't pin it down, and it's fluid and exciting. And for literature, we can find truths and commonalities through literature from any time period, from Chaucer to the current day. And I find that in itself just a really beautiful thing. And a world without books isn't a world worth living in, I don't think.